steamy, and I don't know who I should get into it with. I mean, who I should dive into first because they are all spicy. You know what I mean? So I guess without further ado, let's get into Britney Spears. All right, Brittany, where are you at? Let's go ahead and bring Brittany on up because you know what? It's Brittany's birthday. Happy birthday, Brittany. I'm glad you got to celebrate your birthday. However, I feel like this one should have been a little bit more intimate, but that's just my opinion. All right, so without further ado, Britney Spears eats cake off the floor in 41st birthday video. Britney Spears posted a video on her Instagram last week where she showed herself enjoying her 41st birthday. The star frolicked about in front of her Christmas tree wearing a fire red jumpsuit. As she rolled around, the star is seen eating birthday cake off the floor, covering her face in the frosting. It's my first year in 15 years being treated as an equal, and good God, I didn't know about this no rule thing. This video is so blurry. Sorry. Is it a little awkward or weird to watch? Duh, the whole point. She captioned the post. Child, you know what? I really feel like prayers for Brittany. Last week, Brittany's husband explained why she hadn't been on social media. Social media can be traumatizing. Sometimes it's good to take a break, he wrote. She has her voice and is a free woman. I have respect for her privacy and I protect it at all costs. Protected at all times. Thank you all for her protective. Thank you all. Thank you to all of her protective fans. Now, listen, guys. I love me some Britney, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to see her sauntering around, falling around on the ground, eating cake up off the ground. You know, this is your 41st birthday party. You know, you're supposed to be living it up. You're supposed to be turning a new leaf. You know, this is your official, second year really in your 40s. You know, you turn 40. Okay, now there's 41. Okay, what are we doing? Really, what are we doing? Brittany, I was, rooting for you to get your, you know, your conservativeship, unleashed. However, this rolling around, I mean, for heaven's sakes, it's a dirty ground. You know what I mean? This is a bare ground, and she's got her face just sauntering. I mean, just plastering her face into it, guys. Listen here, I don't think that I can explain it more than this video. So give me 1 second, and I'll go ahead and bring up this video and let you guys see that I'm not just really over exaggerating. This is really what Britney's doing. You know what I mean? And so give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and pull her video up. Because when I saw it, I was like, you know what, Queen Tulsa, like get off the computer, bag back and continue to protect your space and continue to unwind. Okay, so I know that okay, so I know for a fact that we can't play the audio, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring the video up so you guys can get a visual of what I'm talking about. So 1 second, and Brittany's coming right on up. Okay, so hold on. Give me 1 second. Actually, wrong one. Give me 1 second. We have a lot to cover tonight. And if you are just joining, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please, 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 here we go. As it helps us get into the algorithm and more people can find out about us. So get into this video. Like I said, we can't do We can't do the music, but do you see her? I mean, she looks a little possessed. You know what I'm saying? And now things are about to take a turn. In five, four, three, two, one. Look, I mean, what is going on here? Is this your last? I mean, is it your last birthday? Is it the last supper? Are you trying to send a message to us? Because you guys know Britney definitely sends a message through her videos. So I wonder if this is a cry for help or really what's going on. If you guys know, if you guys can reach out to Brittany and just let her know, just check on her, just let her know that we're doing a welfare check. Her husband says that, he gives her freedom. I really feel like our sister definitely needs you know, she definitely needs some uh more people on the team that's actually going to care about her well-being and not her being a celebrity, because I've noticed, in my opinion, from observation, some of these celebrities, they have this entourage and they have this flock of people that are yes men. And so they pretty much don't go by the code. They pretty much just go by what feels good or whatever the case may be. And speaking of what feels good, let's get on over to Boosie. Boosie Badass promotes R. Kelly's bootleg album. Last week, a bootleg album of R. Kelly titled I Admit It dropped on streaming platforms after Sony and the imprisoned star released statements saying they had nothing to do with the album. Several platforms pulled it from their store, but Boosie Badass was able to stream the album and took to Instagram to praise the convicted sexual predator. R. Kelly talking that shit. The best to ever do it. You better go listen to the album. Number one fan, Boosie Badass. He captioned a video, followed up with a second post that reads, This motherfucker R. Kelly is the greatest. I'm lit today. Free R. Kelly ASAP. Boosie has always defended R. Kelly. In a DJ Vlad interview, he denied kidnap claims made by R. Kelly victims. If you leave a bitch at the house and you go on tour for 2 weeks and she don't go nowhere, that bitch ain't been kidnapped. She waiting on daddy to come home. You know, the bitch ain't been kidnapped. B ain't been sexualized if she been in the bed with three, four women. You know, she hasn't been taken advantage of because she is willing. She is willing. He just effed up on the age part. If he did it, said Boosie, I'm not saying he's guilty or if he did do it, it's because of the age. The rest of that ish, they exaggerated, bro. Talk about dysfunctional and talk about the rhetoric that we just really don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just really don't need that. And I just really wish that he would just fall back. Hey, Norris Tony, how are you doing? Thank you for coming by. Definitely follow Norris Tony. He's definitely a content creator. But yeah, Boosie, I feel like he just really needs to, he's got a lot to but I mean, he's got a lot of things to on his plate. And speaking of on his plate, Boosie and we've been in the DM, and this is breaking news. Um, I haven't told anyone about it, and I'm wondering if I should break the story, you know? Let me see. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. So I've been talking to Boosie, and well, I don't know if I should do this as an exclusive or for like a members only. where I give like the details and you know the receipts, because yeah, I mean, here we go. All right. Nora says, Boosie looks parched. He needs to drink more water. You know what? Yes, he does. He could use some of that cucumber water. Absolutely. He looks very dehydrated. And you know what? It really feels like he does have D on his mind because he's always in a situation riding the D. He's always going to defend a D. He's always going to defend a D. And when he got into that, explanation of him being in prison and the guys, oh, this dude was using his rear. And speaking of rears, Lil Fizz is definitely trending, guys. Lil Fizz is trending, 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 honey. If you guys have not heard, Lil Fizz rear end is out and it's used and abused. Okay? It's given what's love got to do with it. When I look at that thing, when I look at that hole, it's given what's love got to do with it. That's what it's given. Definitely is given what's love got to do with it. Guys, have y'all saw Lil Fizz's viral rear end? Have you saw it? Have you saw it, honey? It's like, girl, everybody done been up in there. It's like you could drive a truck up in that thing. It's like I've been around the world and now, yeah, yeah. I found my man in your baby. I can't stop sitting down and I know why. My baby. And it'll always find me. Ain't that it? Listen here. It's like you could take a fist and go up in there. It's like you could take a fist. I don't know if Miss Thing is into gloves and this, I really don't know what it's given. Hey, Evolution 101. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Norris Tony. Norris Tony says, do it when you have more people in your chat. You know what? I am. And I think that I need to get it going. I need to put out a memo. I have an exclusive that I want to break with Labusi and myself, and I'm ready to speak. I'm ready to speak, but yeah, I want to do it. You said with more members on my live. Okay. You know? Oh, absolutely. And listen here. I just feel like it's appropriate. It's really appropriate. And if I am, a if I stand in my womanhood, if I stand in my womanhood and this is what I preach, then I have to call it out. And this is not about throwing somebody under the table. This is not being malicious. This is just Queen Tulsa giving her perspective on how he and I interact. The full lowdown scoop of what's going on. Now listen here, back into Lil Fizz is in his business, okay? Well, guys, let's just say this. Um, his rear has took Twitter into a frenzy, and y'all already know how Black Twitter is given. Y'all already know what Black Twitter gives. He has his cake out. In his cake, it looks like he just, I don't know. Y'all know those automatic toys that go vroom, 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 vroom? That one that, I can't say it's a dildo. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That one, it go room, 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 room. It looked like he had just gotten off the machine with um no wet floor sign. He looked more feminine in his pic. Yes. Hey, Couture Babe, welcome to the show. Was watching ads. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, when y'all come on the show, if y'all see an ad, please watch the ad. It really helps me. I'm really, listen here. This is my goal. I have to make $100 in the month of December so I can cash out. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very transparent with you all. I'm not able to give my kids a good Christmas, but if y'all do want to donate, if y'all can just help me reach my $100 threshold with my revenues and stuff, then I can be able to get that money on my card and I can be able to go out and do something special for my family. Really this Christmas is every day in my book, but it's when you're a parent and you're not able to do those things as you would usually do. I'm staying in high spirits because I know I'm taken care of regardless. Because Christmas is just another day. Let's just be honest and be real. Okay. Just have to throw that in there. Throw that in there. But listen here, let's get back into these comments. He is pretty tough. Fizz, I mean, oh, absolutely. That's the only thing I think about. And listen here, I got the video. I mean, I got the picture right here. Let me go and scroll it up. I can't show y'all, but let me get my moment right quick. Can I get my moment? Can Queen get her moment? Oh, baby, that hole is giving. Yeah, I've been around the world and now, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. They call it Nut Bush. Nutbush city limits. Oh, Nutbush. Oh, Nutbush. Baby, he's got a hairy twat. Mama didn't shave. But honey, yes, that thing has been tampered with. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I've seen some very decent tidies and, yeah, that one's been ran through. So, if I came across that, I'd be like, nope, nope. It looks like a chitlin. Fizz is busting it wide open. Yes, he's giving chitlin. Her life says, "Do you have an Amazon for your kids? I will donate." Yes, I do have an Amazon for. I do have an Amazon list. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put it on the community wall, and it's actually I already have it on there. I'll just have to like scroll down and do it. But yeah, it's a they have an Amazon wish list on the community wall. But y'all listen here. I'm gonna drop the link just in case anybody wants to sound off on the topics. We got into Britney Spears eating cake off the floor for her 41st birthday. We got into Boosie and him deriding R. Kelly. It's like this man is in jail. You still want to ride, you still want to ride, do you want to? No, that ain't his song. It's given, you remind me of my Jeep. I want to ride it. You know, it's given that. And if you guys have not been watching, Boosie's Instagram is Mama He's Live Again 2.0. That's his Instagram. Mama He's Live Again. If y'all want to go and see Boosie. But the other night he had a whole concert. I mean, he was really just, I mean, R. Kelly in it out. It was given, I don't know if this was before or after. I think this was before the album. So maybe Boosie has some insight on maybe he has some insight on that album coming out. Because listen here, when they say R. Kelly came out with an album, I'm not going to lie, I didn't want to hear it. I was impressed by it. I didn't go and listen. So if you asked me, well, Queen Tulsa, well, what was the album about? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I donated on Cash App. We'll get off Amazon list too. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? Hold on. Let me give you your commercial break for the donation. For the donation. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. And listen here, I'm forever grateful for any amount. I just want to say that I love it when people give from the heart, and it really feels good to receive, when, you know, you really actually need. So I never want to take anybody for granted or the things that you do for me. I really appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. We definitely got a commercial for everybody that donates. I mean, and the donation is you coming by, you watching, and actually, guys, please hit the like button. We have Couture Bay in here. She says, I heard the surprise album was good, which shows the industry the people want good music. Absolutely. All right, we got Hood Life Chronicles up in the building. What's going on, my sister?
Hey, Queen.
Hey, how are you?
I wanted to stop by. I'm spreading Christmas joy, and I just had
Thank
a
you.
live. I hate that you missed it, but I donated to all my day ones, and I came back through here because you one of them too.
Oh, thank
And
you so much.
donated, but I also, if I when you said your kid, you didn't have enough money for your kids for Christmas, my heart go out to that because we all should be. This Christmas is about giving. And
Yeah.
so, do you have it separated? Like, how many kids you got? Two.
3.
So, if you could separate on Amazon on like what they want, I think that would help a lot. To help them get what they need. You see what I'm saying? Or do you already have it done?
Right, so we do have an Amazon list. This was like when I had started that GoFundMe, like what, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So I can just have them look at it and like, if they want to maybe like add something or just keep the stuff that they already have on there because it was like some stuff that they wanted off of there. But either way, I think that they're just grateful. They're not picky children. They're
Yeah.
not, they're just grateful, and thank God that they have experienced, I've taken them to the homeless shelter where I stayed, and
Yeah.
let them talk to some of the people, to let them know, where did you fail in life, and tell my kids,
Yeah.
so they can have that experience. And I'm a true believer in, you know when a child is young and they're fed knowledge later on in life, they can reflect back to that same knowledge and
Yeah.
utilize it in their current life you
You
know
know what? And I appreciate the fact that that they're so appreciative to whatever they get. It's not just on one or the other. My kids is kind of opposite, I but they are spoiled. You know what I'm saying? It's real important that even though you have it, that you don't bring your kids up spoiled because you'll regret it later. But I just love what you're doing, and so I do want to donate to the kids as well.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
I want them to have a Christmas. The thing about it is we donate to so many people. We go on to Walmart and we do toys for tots, but it's different when you can donate to kids or people that you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Charity ends at home. So, I don't mind donating and buying a toy too when I go into Walmart, but hey, I mean that's what the spirit of Christmas is about. So y'all
Yes.
all go check out Queen Toast's list, y'all, and pick out something for that's gonna benefit her family, um, and the kids as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, your life, and thank you for what you do, and thank you for your contributions, and happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you.
And
Link
uh,
in the description, Tulsa.
oh, I'm actually about to, here, I'll look it up for you.
Just put it
uh,
in there so that I'll hit it. But okay, if you need anything, I'm here. I love you.
Okay, I love you too. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye bye. All right, guys, that was Hood Life. All right, guys, we have Norris Tony in the building. How are you?
Hey, this is the first time I caught you.
Yes. Welcome to the show. And actually, hold on. I forgot to let Hood Life. Y'all make sure y'all go over to Hood Life's channel. This is actually her channel is on the screen. Make sure you screenshot it. Go over and follow that sister as she will have you dying laughing. She will come with like a midday story, a midlife crisis, or something like that, and have you dying and a solution all in one. Um, Norris, tell the people where they can follow you and go ahead into your commentary.
Okay, Norris Tony, my name on the screen, where you can follow me. And I'm almost close to 1,500 subs.
Yes,
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you. Considering because in April I only had 89 subscribers, and now to be close to 1,500, it feels good.
Yes, the hard work is paying off, you know?
Thank you. I know you've been on YouTube a long time, at least since I know you from All About the Tea. So you definitely did spread your wings and flew.
Thank you. Yes, I got my wings at All About the Tea. I stumbled a little bit and you know, I had my fair share of experience. One thing I can say, speaking of, and giving her acknowledgement, she definitely gave me that platform was a stepping stone for my career.
Yeah, because
And yeah, and then I met a lot of people, including you, because you were there as well.
yeah, sure was.
So, what do you think about the topics tonight?
I was gonna say one more thing right quick before
Oh,
I
I'm
get
sorry.
on to them. I was gonna say you float like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Okay. You welcome. I was gonna say, Britney Spears. It seems like she might need help again. Like need some more therapy. Poor thing, because I know she didn't been through a lot since her. She got away from her father. Who was controlling her money and basically controlling her life for 13 years.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't think she never really got help dealing with that situation. No, talk to any kind of therapist or anything like that. So
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like those that are around her now, do you think that they are any better than a conservatorship or whatever? I don't know what you would call it now, but do you think that, she was better with the conservatorship, or should we just let her, sit around and lay on the ground and eat cake off the ground?
nah, I mean, neither. I think that somebody should have, encouraged her to try to get help. And they still can encourage her to talk to a therapist and open up and, help deal with that. Cause that could be like trauma, and help her
Mhm.
deal with it, help her heal from that. Cause that's all I think she just need good therapy.
Right.
You ask me, cause she ain't never cope with that.
Well,
She just want to break loose and break free again. And I'm just like, you getting too old for that.
right. Do you think that this is a cry for help?
Might be. It could be.
Yeah. And what do you think about her getting in front of that camera, sauntering around, throwing her neck, and just looking like a zombie? I'm not trying to go in on her, but at times she looks like a zombie.
Kind of reminded me of old times a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Right.
giving me like Thriller, you know.
Either she happy to be free, or like you say, she could be crying for help and don't know how to express it.
Yeah, and I think it's like kind of confusing to try to pinpoint, what's going on, you know?
Yeah, I think I mean, she might be dealing, she might be hurt about not having the best relationship with her sons because of that father, that father then probably turned, them boys against her.
Right. But let's just say this. Let's just say people say, well, she got her kids back and well, she has some type of custody with her kids and she didn't really do nothing with it. She's not taking it serious. What do you say to that?
Yeah, that's probably her first time having them in a long time. And it's like it's gonna take time to adjust to life, especially when you've been controlled or under that what she was under for with her
Conservatorship.
father.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time for her to get over that, and then it's gonna take time for her to get used to them kids because she didn't have them kids during that. How can you when you being controlled by your own dad?
Right.
How can you be a parent when you don't have the freedom to be a parent? It's like you're not in a position to be a parent, and you're not in a position to be in control of your own life.
Right.
So
You know, it's a bit sad when, cuz people will do the most when it comes down to the money. And whether if it's their money, your money, or anybody's money, I feel like once they get that moment of control, they they just lose it. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think she was losing it while she was while her dad had control of everything. Cause she like, I'm an adult and I have to be treated the way I was as a kid. But then again, her parents forced her, pushed her into stardom probably sooner than they should have.
Hmm.
She was like
So
raised in the entertainment industry instead of by her parents.
now let's talk about this. She was a Disney child star,
Yeah.
and you know Disney hasn't been in the best of lights when it comes to child stars. They're after, where are they at now? You know how they do the where are they now? And majority of them have either turned to coping mechanisms that are harmful, and then you have some people out here that they say that are just crazy and losing their mind. What do you say to that?
Yeah, just some about Disney. I mean, I don't know what it is because I haven't dealt with it myself, but it's just like I don't know what it is. It's a mystery. I wonder what they do to you. Wonder what they do to them when they kids. Do they work them too hard? Do they give them substances that they shouldn't give them, or like what went on? Like we don't net we all of them don't come out and speak out of their truth about what happened to them. So it's like we necessarily don't know what they've been through or what they went through.
Well, let's talk about Aaron Carter. The dude, rest his soul, the young man that just recently passed. Well, there's allegations of, his brother,
Grape juice and
allegations. Right, yeah. What do you say to that? And the person is not here to tell their story, but this is what they were amping up to do to inform the people. What do you say to that?
I don't know if I believe that about Nick Carter. I know he didn't have problems in the past with substance abuse, but it's the first time I didn't heard of him doing something like that. It's just like, and plus when it did, I wonder when did that happen? Was it recently or a long time ago? When that happened?
I want to say that this was in the past. Um, yeah, this was in the past, and I believe there was something that happened, um, allegedly in the showbiz, and sometimes in showbiz, let's look at R. Kelly. Let's look at the parents that were enabling these behaviors, you know, pushing them to Front Street to, be recognized and be seen to get that fame and get that glory.
And shame on them parents for doing that because they should have learned from that situation with Aaliyah that you don't need to be doing that to your daughters. I mean, I don't know why they did what they did. They probably did it because it was something in it for them, and they was broke and desperate and didn't know how to care for their kids through hard work. So they figure let's put a man out, or let's push them out there on a man that's used to being with young girls and being associated with young girls, and let's see if we can make not only make our child a star, but get some money. It's mainly the money what they wanted.
Well, let's talk about it. When we talk about that, let's think about the group B2K. Lil Fizz is a part of that late group. And when we talk about accusations, let's talk about the allegations against Chris Stokes and the group against him and Raz B. Raz B has come forward several times and said, I got violated, and my thing is, if people, if different people are coming forward and saying, this happened, and we we gotta first stand with the victims. We don't want to shame them, but we also want to give the courts their due diligence to run the case. What do you say to that,
I believe
Terry?
Rasby. I believe Rasby because his story never changed. It's been the same thing. And plus, Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston have a real close friendship because Marcus Houston made a post in the past say we ride together, we die together, bad boys for life. I'm like, you sound stupid. Number one, and his wife Marcus Houston has a much younger wife.
Yes, it's like a grooming process. But do you see when we're talking about this and how this still flows into it? Because when we think about it, let's go back to Marcus Houston. They were grown back in the day, right? Well, his girlfriend, as we noticed, I think that he knew her when met her when she was 16, dating around with her allegedly. But, out there in California, you can be 19, 20, 21 and date a 15-year-old, Kris Jenner, allegedly. Because when we look at Kylie Jenner and Tyga, let's talk about it.
Yeah, she made her daughter a loose puss from the beginning. I mean, all them Kardashians are loose with they cooch. They that mama, I'm telling you, she the head tramp of the family. If she didn't put them girls out there. She didn't really. I don't think she really cared about her daughters like that. Because if she did, why would you? You a good. You supposed to be their manager. Why would you put them out there like that at a young age to these men? Why not wait till they 18 or older or 18?
Listen here, she got to get it while the getting is good. Okay. Listen, she was bumping that too short, because she was out there with all Chris got around, as OJ.
Yeah, that's where they got their nastiness from their mama. I call them the slut bucket family of Hollywood.
You call him the
Uh,
what?
the slut bucket family of Hollywood. They all full of plastic and they need to be recycled in the trash. It's like not only do they open their legs and spread their legs and hips to these men, but they also messed up their bodies with all the plastic surgery.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is the thing. A black woman's, back in the day, a black woman was shunned for having her big lips and that big butt and this and that and this and that. And look at what's going on in modern day. It's a mimic. It's like people will clone your they will clone your underwear if they could. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
that I think it's that insecurity, that low self esteem, and I definitely feel like therapy should be a part of everybody's life.
yeah, one way or another, it should.
So So
Yeah.
listen, did you see the viral photo?
Britney.
No, of Lil Fizz.
Oh, the one that you posted up.
No, this is a so he Lil Fizz sent Lil Fizz sent oh, so he was on his OnlyFans and he showed his cake pieces.
Oh,
Oh yes.
no.
And it looks like a chitterling.
Yes, Monique called him fizzle pop for a reason. I mean, instead of sizzling, he definitely fizzled out.
Oh, absolutely. And it's nothing wrong with it. It's like I think this is my whole stance on it. Be who you are. I know that, what you do and how you do it is nobody's business. But if you're doing things out here in these streets and you are being very loose in the rear, literally, and you know, you want to come to defense, just own it. Just own it. Hey, you know, I like to do this or I like to experience that. I mean, if it's going to come out, just be a free spirited. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he got touched by Chris Stokes too. That's probably why he doing that. And he covering that up by claiming that he's so straight and love women. But I think low key he could be into men too.
Yeah, you
He
know
don't want
what?
to.
The It's like I'm not going to lie to you. When I first got some D, it was the best thing that was smoking. It ain't nothing like that feeling. Can't nobody else give me that feeling. And once you get that feeling, it's a feeling that you're going to want and you're going to want and you're going to want. And you can tell that he had that feeling for a long time and he's been wanting, 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 getting, 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 allegedly, by the looks of the picture.
Yeah, what was he? Did he turn? He must have turned around and bent over or something.
Here, I'm about to send you the photo. Okay, do you have your phone nearby?
Okay, yeah.
All right, there you go. Check your DM and get into that and let me know. Does that look like a chitterling? Hey, Miss Frazier, how are you? And hey, hello. I said, hey. What's your
Yeah.
reaction to looking at that at the photo?
Just freak me out. I'm a just it don't look good. I tell you that it don't look right. But he doing too much if you ask me.
So, if you could describe something that it looks like, what would you say that piece of art looks like to you from observation?
Nothing important. This look like he wants some action.
Wow. Does it look like there's action been there? Like, does it look like there's been action going on? Just from your observation looking at the photo.
Probably. Probably he probably wants some more action.
Oh, wow. Listen here, you know, face down, rear up, you know, and you know, I'm all for people living in their truth. And I feel like as time goes by, hopefully more men and women can be, just live in their light and their truth, because people are going to talk about you whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad, whether you in the middle, whether you're up high or you down low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just in general, what are your thoughts about Boosie?
I did say earlier in the chat that he needed to drink more water. He do not only do he look parched, but he got them black circles under his eyes. Plus, he look older than what he is. It's like, and the only reason why he relates to R. Kelly because he's a predator himself. Because when his son and his nephew was 12, he admitted that he put an older woman on them
Oh yeah.
their virginity. So I'm like, you a predator. You should have went to jail for that.
And this is the thing, he proudly, I mean, oh yeah, I got a grown woman. They were about 12, 13, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, you got to protect them. You got to protect them. Sir, you just traumatized them. Now, what if that woman's big hairy cat scarred them for life?
I know that's like you said, it's like he did it. I think he did it because he didn't want them to be gay or something like that. It's like you can't sex the gay out of somebody. If somebody gay, they gonna be gay. It's nothing you can do about that. So
Well,
it's like you need to let them live their life and live in their truth. You can't like why would you try to force them to grow up fast? And that's what I feel like he was doing.
absolutely. And you know what? This is the thing. What is the difference in you going out to get a man for your daughter because you saying that you don't want her to go to the other lane and you don't want her out here to be scissoring? It still does not make it right. It still is the it's it's a crime.
Yep, it
It's
sure
a
is.
crime.
Yeah. It's just a double standard, seem like.
Yeah. It's a double standard. And then when you have the community, the black community, that they some, not all, have, you say anything gay, oh, they go up in flames. The the old schools from the middle schools, and oh my God, this was passed down to me, and this ain't right, and this the Bible, and that you have those type of people, then they rally behind that. You're creating a village of trauma. You're giving these people the tool sets of how to groom these kids for action. He ain't no better than Chris Jenner being in a room with Ray J or watching that movie after Ray J and Kim did it.
No, he sure not. And R. Kelly, to me, he might as well get ready to bend over because them man he might as well bend over and get ready to give up that honey love because
Oh,
I'm telling you, them men gonna stick him with a gut full of nut.
your body's calling for me. I can hear you calling me. They could be singing that in the shower. I can
Yeah.
hear the whole choir. Listen, what when he gets married? Oh my goodness. Just imagine how fabulous that's going to be in the prison.
Who gonna marry him now?
Oh, you know how they do. Listen here, those guys behind closed scenes, they have fashion shows. You name it.
But then again, some of them guys, if they was smart, they wouldn't touch him because he's a walking, living STD. So I was like, I wouldn't want to touch that really. But guys, like you say, in prison, they behind bars, they desperate for anything.
Hmm. And you would be surprised. And shout out to those that are in prison. If you're watching, because we are worldwide. Norris Tony, shout out to the worldwide audience that we have. We're in Australia, we're in Africa, we're in New Zealand, we are all over. Tell the people, wave to the people, Norris.
Hello.
Yes, we listen here. This has been a great show. Do you think that will you be up for a little minute, Norris?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Um, Do you want to go more into this or would you like to change the topic?
I don't really have no more to say about that. That
Okay.
about that man.
All right. So we'll okay, so you said him. And what about okay, you've got him and then you said Brittany. Okay. So that we covered all of our topics tonight. Actually, I'm going to end this live and I'm actually going to come live again. I'm not really sure which topic I'm gonna pick, so I have two lives to choose from. So I'll just pick one and I'll just come right back live. But before we take off, Norris, let the people know where your channel is, where they can follow you, and a word of encouragement before you take off.
Okay, well, my YouTube channel is the name on the screen, Norris Tony, and in my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Well, my Twitter is Norris T85. Or no, it's my whole name, Norris is Norriseus, and Tony. And then you said one word of encouragement. I would say everybody just pray that we, keep living, survive this COVID-19, get through this inflation and this recession, stay, keep your head up, stay positive and prayed up.
All right. Well, guys, on that note, that concludes our show. I want to thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Toast show and stay tuned for our next show. On that note, we are out of here.
Thank
Bye.
you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. And if you donated to the channel, I want to thank you so much. Donation wise is like, sharing, subscribing, tuning in, telling a friend to tell a friend. It's not always monetary, but it is appreciated. Thank you so much, guys.